There's potential for a historic spring snowstorm across the region, so get ready for a messy Monday morning commute. Snow was falling hard all night out at Timberline Lodge. You can see it right there. And of course, there's more snow on the way. Flakes will start falling in the metro as well. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Folkers along with meteorologist Joe Ranieri. And Joe, it is kind of wacky weather. It feels like we're getting all four seasons in just 1 week.
We are. Of course, just a few days ago, everyone was like, hey, summer's here. And then summer lasted a day. Now we're rewinding a little bit and going into the middle of winter. I'm not kidding. We're looking at a decent amount of snow through parts of the Coast Range, maybe down to the valley floor and into the mountains as well. But you can see up at Timberline Lodge right now, you're seeing nothing but snow. And over the last 24 hours, I just checked, you've seen over a foot of snow and more snow is in the forecast. So let's get to the weather headlines. Heavy mountain snow overnight. That's not a big surprise considering they've been seeing the snow really pile up here the last couple of weeks or so. Snow most of the day tomorrow through parts of the Coast Range, a little bit here in the metro area and especially into the Oregon Cascades. And then we'll start to see the snow levels below past levels all week long. So how low are we talking? Well below past levels. Tonight, we're going to be seeing that snow level dropping down to about 1,000 feet. Most of the accumulating snow will be right around 1,500 feet and higher. That includes the Coast Range. Some of the models you have to do a double take when you look at them, Brittany, because it's wild to think that we're approaching mid-April and we're looking at the potential of seeing snow dropping down to the valley floor. So here we are late tonight, early tomorrow morning. We're going to be seeing some snow showers move in as low as the sea level, potentially down to the Coast Range, especially, again, up to a foot of snow possible throughout the Coast Range. We'll put this into motion by 6:30 tomorrow morning. The coast, the valley, and of course the mountains are seeing some snow. If you're south of Salem, I think you might see a mix of rain and snow, and that is about it. Here in the metro area, the cold air could be in place where we'd see the snow will drop below 1,000 feet, below 500 feet, and potentially down to the valley floor. There could be some light accumulations in a few locations, but as we go into tomorrow afternoon, we'll be seeing those showers move through. We'll warm up pretty quickly, but I want to bring in the temperature map real quick. So here we are early tomorrow morning, about 3:30, 4 o'clock. This is about the time we'll start to see those heavy snow showers move through. Temperatures are riding just above freezing throughout parts of southwest Washington and to Portland. This model is showing the coldest we get is 33 degrees. Well, if we're at 33 and we're seeing snow showers over these temperatures, there's a good chance of seeing some light to maybe a decent amount of accumulation. When I say decent, anywhere from 1 to 2, potentially 500 feet and above. And coming up in the detailed forecast, Brittany, I'll let you know just how long the snow showers last and when we could be seeing more April showers and more April normal kind of conditions over the next few days.
Yeah, April showers, not snow showers.
Right, exactly.
All right, thanks so much, Joe. And of course, that snow that Joe's talking about will be coming down when many of you will be heading off to work tomorrow morning. And the impact, like Joe mentioned, of that snow is going to differ at different elevations. So it's important to know not just the conditions of where you are, but where you're headed. PBOT crews are ready to respond. With road temperatures above freezing in the metro, they don't think salt will be necessary, but the anti-icer trucks will be out there and early.
It is maybe a little atypical that we would be thinking about anti-icer at this time of year, but we are ready to respond to any weather event any time of year. And if you're just not feeling like it's a good day to get out and travel and you have the option to stay home until this melts off, that is, of course, the best option.
Yes, if you don't have to drive, stay home. But if you do, take it slow and use extra caution, especially in those higher elevations. Portland continues to see record numbers of shootings and violence, and the latest incident happened just this morning at Southwest 12th and Clay. Officers were called to the area around 10:15, and when they got there, they found 2 victims injured. They tried to save one, but she later died at the hospital. The other victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. One person was taken into custody, but police are still asking for your help to solve this. Anyone with information should contact Portland Police. Investigators are also looking into suspicious circumstances surrounding an overnight fire in Newburgh that destroyed a commercial building. Firefighters from the Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue were called to North Springbrook Road, just south of Portland Road, around 2:30 this morning. The DCI Dental Supply Company building was fully engulfed when crews got there. As the fire continued to spread, the second alarm was called. It took about 2 hours before the flames were under control. And now investigators are trying to figure out what started it. Well, we want to get you caught up now with the latest developments from the war in Ukraine. With a warning of more attacks in the eastern part of the country, Ukrainian officials say weapons from the U.S. can't come fast enough.
Well, when you're in the middle of a war where you're being attacked by your neighbor, by Russia, in the brutal and vicious ways that Russia is attacking Ukraine, it only stands to reason that you'd be asking for things to come as rapidly as possible, that they get there yesterday. And we are doing everything we can as the United States, working around the clock to deliver our own weapons.
In response to mounting losses, Russia is scrambling to increase troop members. They've reportedly been bringing back veterans discharged from the military over the past 10 years. Meanwhile, Russia's ambassador to the U.S. told Newsweek the West is provoking Russia. He called the actions dangerous, saying, quote, "They can lead the U.S. and the Russian Federation onto the path of direct military conflict." It all comes on the heels of UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's visit to Kyiv.
Well, I would say it's not only about symbolism, it's also about sending a message of confidence in Ukraine, in Ukrainian leadership, and in the Ukrainian army that is capable of defending the capital. And it's true to say that Ukraine won the battle for Kyiv.
Ukraine's foreign minister also said today this attack would have never happened if Ukraine was part of NATO. He placed blame on Germany and France for rejecting Ukraine from NATO in 2008. The latest data from the United Nations estimates more than 4 million people have fled their homes in Ukraine because of the Russian invasion. But an Oregon City family has loved ones still stuck there. They've been trying desperately to get them out of the war zone and to the U.S. Christelle Kumwe found out just how difficult that process is right now.
This is video recorded from my aunt's house in Lviv.
Yulia Paluk lives in Oregon City with her dad. She was born in Ukraine, where many of her family still is.
My mom, my sister with family, she has 2 kids, my brother, and I have many aunts and uncles and my cousins. They still living over there.
Here's another video she shared from her aunt, where you can see plumes of thick black smoke rising in the distance.
It's just a lot of feelings are fighting in me. This is pain.
Relations between Russia and Ukraine have been hostile for years. Because of that, Yulia says, as permanent U.S. residents, they've been trying for a while to bring her mom and brother here.
My dad, he applied papers for them, all documents from 2018. But this process taking too long, especially with COVID time.
And now the war adds another layer of uncertainty.
The process takes, on average, about a year.
Eric Widman is an immigration lawyer. Since the start of the war, he says there's been an influx of Oregonians trying to get family members in Ukraine here.
So what used to take maybe 12, 14 months likely could expand to a year and a half to 2 years unless they dramatically ramp up staff at U.S. embassies around the world.
Last month, the Biden administration announced the U.S. would accept up to 100,000 refugees fleeing Ukraine. Yulia hopes this announcement is the push needed to ramp up the process to bring her loved ones to Oregon City.
I believe in miracle, because we want to see our family here.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
Some good news if you ride the Max Red Line. TriMet wrapped up construction north of the Gateway Transit Center and it's back to regular service. During construction, crews moved a section of rails. It's part of what's being called a Better Red project. That plan will extend the Max Red Line west to serve 10 more stations. The goal, improve schedule reliability for the entire Max system. TriMet hopes to open new service in Beaverton and Hillsborough in the fall of 2024.